They are going to test the machines. I am going to attempt to test a machine because there's lots going on, and I want to be sure that I'm here to answer your questions. So Jamie knows that sometimes I don't always pull my weight during public tests. But
He always does.
Thank you, Jamie. So what we're doing is we are putting ballots through the machine. We have 19 ballots to go through. And what Jamie does is she then makes sure that the results that we get from the tape are the results that we predict. Poll workers, unless the technician, and technicians raise your hands. Okay, so that's Dan, Dave, Tim, Steve, and John, who's hiding back there. So the technicians and Jamie, they're the ones, and myself, they're the ones actually putting the ballots through the machines and putting the codes on the DS200s. Unless they invite you to put ballots in the machine, just please watch, okay? We do have some chief inspectors here, so we have Mary Elizabeth Von Dross, Lucy Bunker, and Ricky Young, and Joyce Fritz. So those are and Marcella. So we do have some chief inspectors here, and he's new.
Robert.
Oh, right. Hey. Rob Weirley, right?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, okay. So we do have some chief inspectors, so I do want you to get some hands-on, but let's, like I said, just wait for the techs to invite you to do that, okay? All right. Media, like I said, you can go around. Techs, please make sure that the media does not see you put the codes in the machines. And just be aware when they say please don't film, then just don't film. Okay? Welcome. Thanks. All right, let's begin. Got a lot of ballots. Okay. I'm just going to... No, I'll start with 23. That's an easy one. Okay, so yeah, please don't be shy, poll workers. Come on up. If you see someone on the machine, just gather around, okay?
Okay, and I have to like copy it or
Well, the number, you write the number down. No, that's it will be. You gotta make sure it's the right one. You'll have
Okay. Now you put an election so this is what you would have to.
Mayor Elizabeth? Oh, yes. Yes, so do you want to? This is, you would do that. Okay.
I was talking to people over here and
Yeah.
So do the shift.
explained that everything's gonna be set up already, so I thought I would have to like unpack this thing. All within this now?
Let's try to do that.
Nope. No, I should have the whole thing. Yes. I won't look at your code.
Yeah, so I went a little lower.
There, you know, here's the thing. So even though these things are really, some of them are really receptive, and some of them aren't. So you have to look at yeah. Make sure where are you
Otherwise, it'll be Monday.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are
Okay,
you?
I'm well. Sign in and grab a.
These are made of make sure that it's
Yeah.
it's all.
On the computer, it'll basically power down. Right. I know, right? So then it's gonna reboot. Right. And so if you do it, like I said, but it doesn't like, you don't have to call, you shouldn't have to call a tech. Or call the city, call us, to, right, I think it'll start on.
I guess it's both. Something happened with that.
It's either A or B.
And then it takes forever to get that.
I'm not sure what, if it's removable, usable, or go in there and.
Oh, you know what?
Herbs or something. The doctor says, he's still going through our.
Okay, yeah. So the next thing after
Try to determine what the best is as well as the goals are. We'll leave it back right now. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do that.
So when they get there, election 9/20, all they have to do is
Yeah, I was the wrong one.
No.
push over. And then push over.
These are already filled out.
No, this is not, so it did say polling place, just to get people, you know, together to say, this is where the protest is taking place. But, this is the West Side Garage.
Yeah, I think.
Right, so that's what the machines are stored here. And then the techs bring these machines, C21.
So are these 40-something?
40-something.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
These aren't, we're testing on single one.
Correct.
This is not like a ritual,
It's an actual, well, I mean, I would say it is a little bit, you know, there is a little ritual to it. But,
I hear you, okay.
okay, so now, see,
Yeah,
this is
and-
printing,
I don't want this.
right, just like this. No, this is, we don't, but on election day, we just put this. And that actually helps people to look at this, voters to look at this and realize that they shouldn't touch
I
it.
watch, I mean, you can do something.
Not touch
They
this.
shouldn't,
Right?
I.
And that's another reason why city has the, no, voters do that. Employees never touch ballots. Voted in person, right? Okay, so now. Okay, this is what you would do to even open, just make sure that they're in.
This is still from the right now.
Okay, now, so all this, see this? This is configuration report. So this tells you everything about the machine. So that will happen on election day. And then this is the zero. Does it have to run out of paper? Well, there's, we will make sure that you have extra paper. The rolls are pretty good. I mean, this election's got a lot of stuff to balance.
This comes
So
out
you see that this is a zero. Zero, zeros. So you want to see the zero report. And it should run out of paper, and if it does, then we can get it some more. You just call, but you gotta call us. Right. In time, when you see that, just like on a regular receipt, when you see the paper, call us.
they.
But we put new tapes after the public. So you should have it. Now, very importantly, here is the zero. So that is showing you
You could beat somebody else's
that there are no votes.
You could simply punch
And
in the wrong board.
this is how many you're supposed to
All
vote.
the,
In this
all the
case.
people would come up, you know, who to vote for.
Okay.
But it would rule that starting this one, so you gotta make sure, you gotta make sure somebody. Like these already are set, those are boards and nobody else's board. It's only gonna count the ballots for this board. That's it. This ballot.
So
So you can go to Salvation Army, and basically what you're doing is the boxes, the black boxes will be there, and the stands will be there, and so you so you can basically take the stuff. So you've got the you pack the poll book box. You just take the poll book box, plunk it with the poll book table. You've got the reader registration tabulator box. Take those things out and plunk them at the tabulator, and then because you're starting like chairs and stuff. So the Salvation Army, what you can move around to how you like it. So how you like it is, I set something up for you. Right.
And then I'll say you're ready.
Yep. What is this? Is that the door? Yep. Okay. Yep. Entry, exit. Right. Okay. Great. And the observers should be behind the poll book people and near the reader registration. So this is actually a table? Yes. And the people in this is front? No, the people, so the people sit here, right, so there should be two chairs like this, and then the people come up. Correct. Oh, correct. So they're way back. Yes. And usually reader registration is one table, but sometimes, depending, you might have two tables, but, right? I'm sorry, like, so the people come in, sorry, and they, right, right. And I have not gotten this 3 right, like, so we talked about that. Yeah. So whoever's a poll worker too, those people have been doing the registrations there, and you've got 2 former chief inspectors who will be good at registrations. And if you have, again, look at the registration guide. The registration, you shouldn't have a problem. Okay. I just told her you don't have to do registration. I'm gonna have to just get all this tonight. I want to control this time. Yes. But here's the thing. We give you any problem I have.
We're gonna give you
Let people who know how to do stuff, right? And your job is to, Yes. And then your other job is to make sure that everything that has been signed. That's a big part of this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put the ballot in. So voting, you do the same thing. Okay. And then make sure, because these ballots are going to drop.
Yeah, first it shows that, and before that, so it will tell you.
So this Need a is, receptacle. Yep, because on election day, obviously you have the, bin, but the public test, is it this one?
Yep.
For the public tests, obviously, some of them have been, some of them don't. Okay, so now, put the ballots in.
Yeah, it is.
So it'll say scanning ballot. That's good. Good, all right, close enough. Thank you for voting. These are sequential. So there are various permutations. Okay. So
they were randomly filled out.
not randomly, there's like a Punnett square logic to it.
Okay.
So, nope, that's good, okay. So this is exactly what the voters will see on election day.
Other times it's,
Put one
I
upside
can say
down.
that people, they mark too many marks.
Count it. Oh, it's an optical scan machine.
Sometimes they don't mark when they're supposed to.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna put one upside down, like that.
They can go in anywhere.
And we still haven't gotten to the votes, so we'll get there. You'll see.
So the person has a chance to pick.
Correct, and you'll see what to do.
Oh, good.
Then you might have to destroy the ballot.
This is an express vote, right? And so those, that's the, 88 device, but anyone can use it. And it's very nice because it prevents crossover voting. And the optical scan machine reads the, right? Reads the barcodes.
Sometimes somebody says there's no number.
Eventually say yes to that.
Sticks to the ballot and it gets jammed. So you gotta be careful and make sure there's
I think there's gonna be. Yeah, okay. So this is what you see when there's, so they voted for two, you filled in too many ovals in 8 contests. These votes will not count, okay? So that's why the tabulator should come to get you right away. So they say, hey, these are some overvotes. And what you would do at polls is you would say, return. And then you would have a conversation with the voter and say, okay, you don't want to look at the ballot, but you say, you want to call the voter's attention to all the overvotes, okay, and say, you have an opportunity to redo this ballot. Would you like to do that? Yes. If so, then you have the voter compare it and do it again. So let's put this, so overvote.
That's for the
Time, you'll see the overvotes.
express vote, like.
And just like I said, you want to come up to the machine and call the voter's attention to the fact that they overvoted.
On that,
Okay, but for the public test,
that's just the basic thing.
cast it. So right, overvote, call voters' attention, right? And cast this ballot. Because we want to, for the public test, we want to cast it. And you know what? The voter may want to cast it too, but it's the voter's decision. So press return, right? Right. Right, press return, and then tell the voter you've overvoted. These contests will not count. Do you want to redo this ballot? Okay. Okay, they say yes, you have the voter put a small tear in the ballot, and you put that in the small ballot. Okay, and then if they want to cast it, you put it back, you have them put it back in and cast it. Okay, so now, here's another error. This is a crossover vote and an overvote. So in a partisan, right, exactly. So again, we're not going, in this one would be to return it, the voter would say, you can't cross over because it will not be counted.
So would review errors help understand that they did wrong or exactly?
No. So you're gonna review errors, and we're gonna go next. So the review errors is for this, because we're going to go.
Okay, I was just wondering for sure.
No, that list
Okay.
is.
So that's not, I mean, basically they need to just look at, start the whole over again.
Exactly.
Okay.
But for the public test, it's the same, overvotes and crossover votes, the same process.
Okay.
You have overvoted, you crossover voted. Do you want to pass that ballot or not? Okay. I think maybe we'll just. Media, this is actually going really well, so why don't we do the interview at 9:30 instead of 10? Okay? All right, great. Okay. I don't want to, unless there's. Okay, so what you should do is go find someone and take a little look. Okay. Unless you want to just finish this, how about if you put one in, put a couple in? Okay. Put this one in. Yep. Yes.
Quick question, the express hold, that's another machine, who uses that? I can't remember, but I remember where it was.
Right.
What's the deal with it?
So give me one sec.
Like cast it, since we know
Cast,
it's.
yep, that's right, cast it. All right, finish that stack and I'll be right with you. Come this way. Maybe there's something else. Okay. And they may have a disability or they may just want to use the machine. And the nice thing about the express vote is that
You don't have to stay in there.
Let me close it up. Yeah, I didn't want that. Go away. And just go down all the way to your left.
Okay, because I like at 6 in the morning.
I think there's somebody there. I think there's somebody there.
Okay, all right. Thank you. There's so many details in this. Never having done this before. I don't want to freak out, but very personal. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
We'll have like two signs. I think on one or two signs. There's a flag there too. You know, just setting up in the doorway. You gotta put that outside.
Ah, great. Thank you very much.
Put a flag on the outside of the door. Handicap order.
Have you ever had curbside voting? Anyone do that?
That's
Is that a COVID thing?
Somebody's going out for
I imagine if you're the chief inspector, you there is.
I have to know. So you would be done. So then that would like finish turn off. But in my case, I have to go from the I have to clear.
So.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. Just. Okay. Yep. Yep.
synced, exactly, so that's important. So, just the number, yep. Yep. Seven, right. Okay.
And you leave the,
So did that.
flash drive in there?
And all for you guys.
Yes.
Okay.
At the end of your night. One of these, but somebody's machine will have 2 words on it.
Right, right. Okay, cool. That's,
I'll take a card. And I will promise you that's what yeah. You came from my 12 card. Here up.
Let you go front center.
Yes, so you put it there, is right,
Okay.
but there's no.
So, this stick all of it.
Here, but it,
When this machine on, it'll come up with
Yeah.
really good.
You gotta make sure that sometimes you hit these buttons.
oh yeah, no.
This is good for her, you just gotta get the bolt out here and I'll put it in there.
Right.
Including that little one, the ones that count.
Okay, so.
Quality Bible.
Right? But it's not gonna count, remember now that you've got this ready, this ballot is gonna go, you're going to put this ballot in the white envelope, which goes in the out bag. But you don't, unless the person is trying to get on the right
Are you doing seals right away or what?
I'm finishing these two, and then I'm gonna start. Okay. Yeah, and after these 2 machines I'm doing are done, then I'm.
Well, that's fine, I just, when they're this way, we're done, we roll the.
You're very good at making sure I go. I know you do. You treat me too kind.
There's no input wrong, call City Hall, then City Hall calls us.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
That could happen. Could happen.
Put a new roll,
Yeah, what would
put a new roll in each time so that you can't run out of new money.
And I think my safe is all of it. Or such, like.
Yeah.
Right, so what you should do is go out.
That helps, that'll be helpful for a while.
And I don't know if I have to throw that. I know, but I don't know if that's the number.
Oh, yeah, got it.
Okay, that's.
You bring your voter number, you put it in the ballot, you walk it outside with your license.
So did you do your machines?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I know.
Is there a lot of them?
Ballot, they go back.
Sometimes.
You'll have a number, you should actually get back.
Pretty cushion to sit on, our chairs.
I know, I know. Jacksonville, pass that ballot.
What kind of
In the machine.
Just like a seat cushion.
Like a baby.
Or like you,
Yeah.
go down.
You gotta change that.
Just something to sit on, sweatshirts. Yeah. Wrestling layers. It's cool like this. Yeah, I was feeling that chair.
Is it okay?
Okay, see? So, right. Oh, yeah, right. You're done with dog. Yeah. It's a good He's not a registered right? I know. It's really irritating. All right, thank you. All right, so it is 9:30. Media. Okay, so okay. How many mics do I need?
4, you can just hold them, clip them.
Okay.
Clip it right there. That's what we're gonna do.
You're gonna have a lot. Okay. Whoop-de-doo.
Okay, so let's
Well, you know, I've had many a moment. Okay.
give you that. We'll just clip this right
Okay, sure.
there.
Okay. I feel like Marie Antoinette. Okay, there we go. But please don't cut my head off. All right.
There's a difference in the story.
One more. Okay. Have you ever seen that movie with? Oh, here. No. With Kristen Dunst, directed by Sofia Coppola. So she's getting dressed by the household members, and she's like, I can dress myself. And they're like, no, you are the queen. We have to dress you. So, anyway.
Is that how you feel today?
Sort of. All right. Let me know when you're ready.
Oh, you can do it. I can go over there.
Okay. Okay. Everyone ready? Nope.
Is there a way that we can probably stand a little bit more over there just so no,
Sure. Sure. How about this? You know, we can always move this table too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Move furniture. Oh, the camera's right there. There. Now your camera's kind of trapped underneath there, but. Then yeah, you can move it forward a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Ready, everyone? Yep. Okay. So this is the public test for the DS200 machines, which are machines from Election Systems and Software for the City of Green Bay for the August 13th primary, partisan primary. In the state of Wisconsin, we always do tests of our machines, logic and accuracy tests to make sure that all of our tabulators are seeing all of the ovals that they would see marked, filled in on Election Day. Our DS200s are optical scan tabulators, which means that they see, again, the marked ovals, just like, you know, way back in the day when you would take standardized tests. And so we have election technicians. We have 5 of them who are wonderful part-time employees of our office. We also have with us today poll workers and chief inspectors, because it's just a good refresher for them to come and see the machines in use, feel the ballots going in, seeing what happens when someone overvotes, which means that they voted for too many people in a contest, undervote, which means that someone didn't vote, or for this partisan primary, very importantly, a crossover vote, which means that they voted for either in 2 parties, essentially, which you are not permitted to do for the partisan primary in the state of Wisconsin. So what this does is it brings about trust in our machines for Election Day so that we can ensure that, again, the machines are seeing what they're supposed to see. Our deputy clerk, Jamie Fugie, she has prepared the ballots for today and has essentially made a predicted results table. So for every single machine, that is for every single ward, we ensure that the results that we get from today match the results that we predict. So yeah, and now any questions?
Celestine, why is it important to do this a week out? I mean, obviously there's state law on this as well too, but from a practical standpoint and from a voter confidence standpoint, why is it important that you guys are doing this and talking about it today?
Yes, that's an excellent question. So we want to make sure if there are any problems with any of the machines, if the machines are not seeing those ovals filled in, that we can alert our technicians, and then very importantly, our supplier election systems and software. We have a technician assigned to this area who can come and actually fix the machines. I will say that every year we have our machines serviced by ES&S election systems and software. And so for voters, they can be confident that on election day, the machines have been put through a test to make sure that the predicted results are the results that we would get on election day would actually match the ballots that are fed into the machine. That's what we're doing today. So election day, we don't have a prediction, but today we actually know because we have a set of test ballots.
Are there any mistakes that you want people to avoid, or anything new that you want people to know?
Yeah, great question. So this is a double-sided ballot. That's the first thing. A lot of the August partisan primary ballots are double-sided, so voters need to be sure that and poll workers will remind them that this is a double-sided ballot. But very importantly, Samantha, when you are at polls, you cannot cross over. So you vote, there are 5 parties listed. For Wisconsin, it's the Democratic Party, Republican Party, Constitution Party, Libertarian, and the Greens. And so when you vote in one of those parties, you cannot cross over. So if you like a candidate in one party, but you really want to vote, let's say, in the Greens, but you like a person in the Republican Party, you just have to wait until November to vote for that person.
How's the process going so far today?
So far, so good. We've got 19 ballots today to test, so we'll be here for a few hours. And we are doing, again, crossover votes, overvotes, undervotes. And if you have a chance to get some video footage, you'll see that on the screen, and this is something else for voters to know, if you make a mistake on your ballot, when you go to the tabulator, there'll be someone standing there. And that person will alert you to the mistakes that you may have made. Now, mistakes meaning that you've crossed over or you've overvoted. You can cast a blank ballot, but it will say, hey, this ballot is blank. Is this what you want to do? So the poll worker will alert you to some of the mistakes that you may have made, and you'll have a chance to review those errors, and then you can cast a ballot, which means that those votes may not count. Or you can have the ballot returned to you. You will spoil the ballot by putting a tear in it, and then the poll workers will give you another ballot. You can do that 3 times, and then the third ballot is the one that has to get cast.
Are there any questions you think are kind of most common from voters about the systems in here, or ballot counting, or anything that people are just always asking you guys?
Yeah, that's a really excellent question. So we do not have modems in any of our machines. That's one thing. The DS200 is a machine that reads ovals. It doesn't, and it reads ovals on a medium, a USB stick. Very importantly, we want to make sure the machines are seeing things as they're supposed to. But the election, and this is what I tell the poll workers, the election is contained in 4 places. The ballots, obviously. The poll books, that's who came in and voted. The stick itself, and then the tape from the stick. So there's a tape that prints from the stick. And so all of those things need to match in order for us to reconcile the election. So what voters need to know is we're testing the machines to make sure that they work and see. But your vote is in many other places besides this machine.
Will there be something similar to this leading up to November again, or is this going to be it?
We do this every election. So February of this year, we had a primary in a portion of the wards. I can't remember how many wards precisely, but it wasn't the whole city. So we tested those machines for those, I'll just say 20, I can't remember precisely. Those 20 wards, we tested those machines, just like we're doing today. November, we will do this again. for this. And then we also have a public test, which was yesterday, for our DS450s, which are our high-speed tabulators that we use as central count. That's another media opportunity in October. Any other questions?
That's everything.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
You.
Okay. I'm going to disentangle myself. That was kind of awesome, though.
I'll take that picture.
Well, that's what my dad said. He's like, Celestine,